Hey guys, what's up? This is Greg from Legacy Productions. Welcome to another episode of Should I Buy It? Now, this new camera just recently came out. This is a camera that's been waiting for quite some time. I've heard photographers, videographers, everyone is talking about this camera and waiting for it to come out, and it finally came out. Now, let me make this disclaimer before anything. This is not a specifications video. This is not me pulling up a giant script and start reading one by one what each thing does. This is just gonna be a very generalized video talking about the camera. Now, so for you guys that are new to this channel, I have over years of experience in video production. I work at TV and broadcast. I run this YouTube channel, and I also am an IT. So I do a lot of work, so I have a lot of technical background to discuss these type of topics. Now, the first thing I want to say here is that the 5D Mark IV is a camera that kind of caught me off guard. Now, previously in the Canon 80D video, the Canon 80D was, how should I say, a camera that I don't think was worth buying for. For its price and everything, you're better off buying a Panasonic G7 or a GH4. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the basic features that you kind of want to know when a new camera comes out. Now, the first thing it takes is CF card and SD cards. So it takes two different formats from what I read from the specifications right here. So it takes Canon EF lenses. I would see no reason why Canon would want to transition to a new mount. It make no sense. The image sensor is going to be full frame as always from Canon 5D Mark III, Canon 5D Mark II. They've all been full frame, so I see why not for this one. Now the recording system is I'm just going to say this right off the phone because I don't want to get this wrong. It takes JPEG RAW 14-bit Canon original, so for photo you have RAW and 14-bit. Videos MOV 4K video motion JPEG full HD full and HD movie. MPEG-4 AVC and then H.264, and then you have audio linear PCM, MP4, MPEG-4 AVC, H.264, audio's ACC. So those are the formats out there for for video. That's something you want to look into. You have multiple different types. You can go ahead and go look on the website for this type of stuff. But I'm not going to go ahead and just read down this whole list. I'm just skimming through on stuff that I find really important. I heard it, another cool thing about the 5D Mark IV is the dynamic range is apparently really good. I haven't seen it myself, so I'm not going to go ahead and go too much into that. So let's go ahead and talk about practicality. Or I should say, best words, if it's, should I buy it? This is what the whole point of the series is, if you should buy it. In my honest opinion, I say yes. From last video to compare to now, I tend to have a very on and off, unbalanced way, or how I feel about Canon products. Canon products were, something I used to recommend for a while. I still do, but I recommend less because 4K is the way to go. Now, I've stated in previous videos, 4K is really good when it comes to editing. It gives a really sharp, it helps you a lot in post. It does a really good job. So if it's there and you can afford it, then get it. So before I start discussing about why I say get the 5D Mark IV, hands down, I always say go for the Sony a6300, Panasonic G7, Panasonic GH4. I'm just going to clarify that. I don't see, if you don't have a camera yet and you're saving up and you want to get this camera, I wouldn't get it. Now, the reason why I say that is because you can go ahead and get the Panasonic G7, get a little cheap adapter, and just buy Nikon lenses, which I've done for the longest time, and it gets the job done. Now, if you already have, let's say, a 70, a 5D Mark II, or 5D Mark III, and you have L series already, then go ahead and get these, the Canon 5D Mark IV. If you already have all the equipment for lenses and batteries and etc. for that camera that just came out, then go for it. But if you don't, then I would consider aiming more toward the Panasonic G7, which will be reviewed coming up soon if I could find a way who's going to review it for me. Because for the Panasonic G7, I've only been hands-on with it a few times. I want someone that's been with the experience to actually go ahead and give a review. So let's try to get Connor to do that. Now, the reason why the price range is high on this camera is because, well, it has a good reputation for being reliable, good for photo, and it's just all-around, it's a heavy-duty camera. I've seen it. I've held the 5D Mark III. It's a really heavy camera. Like, they built it. Like, it's built well. Like, if you were to go through a long day of shooting video, that camera will take it. But a camera like the T5i or the 5200, they'll just start overheating, and then the camera will start slowing down with its processor that it has. The 5D Mark IV is aimed more towards continuous shooting the photo and continuous shooting the video. Just remember there'll be file splits or it'll restart the timer. So I don't know if Canon's still doing that now with the 5D Mark IV. But you know, when you want to get the next camera, if you want to go ahead and get this camera and you already have Canon lenses and you have the money, go for it. But if you don't have the money, you don't have the lenses, and you don't even have your own camera, and you want to start off with 4K, go for the G7 or go for the GH4. It's the best route. So that's all, you guys. This is Greg from Legacy Productions. Thank you for watching another episode of Should I Buy It? I hope I see you guys out there with 5D Mark IV soon, and I'll see you on the next one.